has worked through the courts, through legislation, through the ballot. This is what we've been talking about over these last few meetings, the necessity of registering and the necessity of voting. And this is one of the most significant steps that the Negro can take at this hour, going to the ballot box. But I would like to give you a warning signal. I've tried to talk in militant terms for the last few minutes. But in the midst of this militancy, let us...
So this here is the arrested box. Apparently anybody sitting on this carpet is being arrested. This is
I'm
very
under arrest for asking the code.
Sit down, please. I told you to leave.
No, I just said...
Oh, you arrested him?
No, you lied. Sit down.
I told you I would leave. I want to know the
You did.
code.
Sit down. You're not going to sit down?
See, right now they're arresting her. Even though she said she would leave, she was asking the
Okay,
code.
as long as you'll give me the code like right now. That way I can look it up while we're here.
To hate as we try to straighten this situation out. Let us always realize that we don't have to become bitter as we try to straighten this situation out. Oh, my friends, if that is any one thing that I would like for you to remember this evening, it is the fact that somebody must have some sense in this world. Somebody.
How you doing? I'm John McClain, one of the organizers with Occupy Public Land and one of the organizers with the Poor People's Campaign and March to DC. It has been an exciting experience this past 6 months, taking up an oath of homelessness. We started out staying in tents. We evolved to sleeping on the sidewalk on public grounds, and now we've moved to the next phase of occupying public land, where we are living the life that the average homeless person would live, where they have to sleep in a tunnel, they have to sleep under a bridge. In some scenarios, they even have to sleep in a car wherever they can hide. So you see here, this is the tunnel that I've been staying at for the past few days. And I started learning the experience of that your average homeless person would go through throughout the next few months as we go on our travels, and especially as we're here in Tucson, we're going to speak with other homeless people to see what they go through, where they sleep, and how the effect of being homeless is affecting them, and what they think that this country can do to make it so the life of an impoverished person isn't so bad. So enjoy the trip, and I look forward to having you there.
The time has come for America to hear the truth about this tragic war. Now, I've chosen to preach about the war in Vietnam today because I agree with Dante that the hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in a period of moral crisis, maintain their neutrality. There comes a time when...
Okay, so what would you like to see the government do to make your life easier and possibly even make it so you don't have to be homeless anymore?
Well, it's a tough one because they really don't try to do anything for homeless. But what I would like them to see is to stop harassing them and start helping them, asking if they need what they need, see if they need help. They start giving out information instead of harassing them.
Violence is betrayal. The truth of these words is beyond doubt. But the mission to which they call us is a most difficult one. Even when pressed by the demands of inner truth, men do not easily assume the task of opposing their government's policy, especially in time of war. Nor does the human spirit move without great difficulty against all the apathy of conformist thought within one's own bosom. There has never been such a monumental dissent during a war by the American people. Polls reveal that almost 15 million Americans explicitly oppose the war in Vietnam. Additional millions cannot bring themselves around to support it. This reveals that millions have chosen to move beyond the prophesying of smooth patriotism to the high grounds of firm dissent based upon the mandates of conscience and the reading of history. Now, of course, one of the difficulties in speaking out today grows out of the fact